Hi, and welcome to I Am Worthy Because I Breathe yoga class. This is an intermediate advanced vinyasa class. It's fast going and it's going to heat you up. So if this is not what you need today, skip. We'll start by just rolling your shoulders, rolling your neck, get into the wisdom of the body for this really powerful class about daring to feel and honoring your cycle. That is the message of the card Hey Bitch. It's an edgy class, it's the essence of the card. So take it and knowing that you're powerful because you breathe. It's just that simple. Bring your palms to your thighs and then rubbing on your thighs, closing your eyes, soften your jaw, find your sits bones, and let's get some heat going here. We'll do a little hugging on your arms and keeping the face really nice and calm. We'll do the nurture your magic mudra, placing your hands in a triangle shape, thumbs touch, index touch, and just connecting to the symbolic womb here. This symbol is a water element symbol. So there's something really fluid about this practice. Your hands in Samastitihi, Namaste. And then we'll oint the forearms and then come back to Namaste. So palms to forearms, inhale, and then come back. A few more times here. We'll go forehead, exhale down, and again up, and release your arms down. And we'll just sway here as you kind of get into opening and the receptivity of the body. Notice how I'm really trying to keep my face nice and calm, and then leaning back and then starting some seated cat cows. So we'll round in, inhale, look up, broaden through the front side body, and to come back. A few more here. And to start to energize the spine. We'll get the pillow out and we'll come into a tabletop position here, just getting set up to keep moving, curling your toes, really intuitive circles through the thoracic, and really being just intuiting what your body needs today, creating these undulations, serpentine pathways. I almost always start my class doing these, my practice doing these. This class really pretty much looks like my personal yoga practice in many ways, kind of in and out, super quick, but does the job. Again, tapping into what I feel, what I need. And we'll go into stretching out of child's pose, knees wide, toes touch forehead on the mat, engaging with the back side of my body, finding a puff of breath behind my heart, getting low into my low back. And then we'll start into some vinyasas here with the right arm up as I inhale, exhale, hips to heel, just engaging that one side of the body and figuring out how kind of wide you want to get with these circles. And again, checking into what you need, and kind of calling these kind of front crawl situation. And then we'll go on to the other side, left arm up as you pull up, utilizing your breath as a bit of a floating factor here into your dynamic movements. And we'll go in, on up, and exhale on down. I love this shirt. It's very flowy, very Shakti feel to the shirt. Okay, and then elbows down, and we'll get into the back of those arms here. I'm pressing on my palms, breathing down in my hips and knees and heels. Okay, I am worthy because I breathe. I am powerful because I breathe. That's it. Okay, it's safe for me to feel here. Okay, all is welcome here. So inhale up to a tabletop position. We'll go ahead into a downward facing dog. And so walk it out, left heel down, right heel down. And then I love to do these side stretches. I basically bend one of my knee and then get into my SIs, piriformis here, and just getting in touch with the sides of my body, which really enable a bit more breath flowing through me. So walk forward and we'll get into a flowy forward fold here. And just getting ready to really get moving. I think I'll take the shirt off now. Okay, and getting the blood flowing down into my brain. Then I'll go into the skydive movement, a halfway lift, kind of skydive, elbows back, really opening the backside of my body. And let's go back again. We'll go up, inhale, and down, exhale. And the next one will go all the way up. So really engaging the core all the way up. Reach back and back to Samasthiti, back to your center, okay? All right, I mean business when I get that mane into a ponytail. And we'll come to the front of the mat and we'll open up using the mat sideways. Okay, so come back to your nurture, your magic exercise. Your thumbs are touching. See how my hands are making a triangle shape here. Again, my face is nice and relaxed. And then I'll reach my arms up, make a big circle, and then come back. We'll go up, inhale, and down, back, exhale. Bouncy through the legs as you come back, feeling your pelvic floor here, making these kind of super wide motion with the body, opening it even more, creating some heat. Okay, and we'll come to the front of your mat, toes together, palms at the chest. Okay, and we'll start with chair pose. Sweep your arms up, Utkatasana, toes together, heels slightly apart, a little tuck in the bum here, not too much. Relax your shoulders. Okay, and deepen the chair pose. We'll take the right leg back into high runner's lunge. Left knee on top of the heel. Lower the right knee down. Keep your arms nice and extended. Okay, right hip forward, left hip back. Then we'll reach the right arm back and full circle to come back. So in on up and exhale back. So managing the breath here so that it works with this. Kind of stretch, the side stretch again. We're a bit more warmed up now. And sit hips to heel, palms at the chest. Plant down through that left heel. Point your toes up, palms together. And we'll come back to center, palms together, low lunge, high lunge, and then step forward, half a chair pose, hooking on your thumbs, palms back to your chest. Straight back, sweep up, chair pose. Breathing nice and long and deep here. And we'll open up on the left side this time. High lunge, low lunge, curling your back toes. No tongue on the knees as it comes down. Chin is nice and high, low ribs are in. And this time we'll get the left arm back. So we'll go up and back, up and back. A little bit more, up and back, up and back, palms together. Sit hips to heel. Lower your shoulders back. Soft jaw. And then in one swoop, back to the front chair pose sit. And right knee up, right heel to the top of the left thigh. So we'll go into a full standing pigeon here. Reach your arms back up, right knee high, and back into standing pigeon. So right knee high, right heel to the left thigh, sit. One more, in on up, and exhale, sit. Next one, in on up, high lunge please. And let's go back, arms alongside the body, palms face down, right knee down. Big sweep up and sit hips to heel, palms touch, long neck. I look very serious here. I could have lightened up a little bit. And inhale back up and chair pose sit. And we'll go on the other side. We'll go left up, left heel. Okay, maybe this side will be easier. You know a bit more what you're up to here. And we'll go up, inhale, down, exhale, up, inhale, down, exhale. So my hips are so tight. I love repetitions because then the body's like, I've been there. I can hang out a bit more. It's familiar to me. We'll go high lunge, low lunge. Sweep your arms up and sit. Ardha Hanuman. Okay, half splits. Palms at the chest. Good. And then we'll reach forward and back to center. Bend the elbows. And then we'll do a little bit more repetition here in this chair pose. And bend elbows out and bend and sit and bend, extend and bend. And I think that's the last one here. We'll come back to the nurture your magic exercise. Palms at the chest. Closing your eyes. Sweep your arms up and come back. Sweep it up and come back. And again, and see how I'm kind of been a half goddess. I'm a very short goddess here. Really gathering my strength and coming back to my energetic midline always. Okay, toes together, palms at the chest. I'm worthy because I breathe. I'm powerful because I breathe. Come back to your standing pigeon, into your squat pigeon. Right knee high, inhale, high lunge, low lunge. Sweep your arms up and Ardha Hanuman. Thumbs back at the chest. Sweep back up. Chair pose. Back to center. Other side up. We'll do little circles first. So in on up. Back to center. In on up. Left knee high. And standing pigeon. Sweep up, knee up. High lunge, low lunge. Inhale, sweep and sit. sweep and come back to center. Okay, Samasthiti. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, back down. Cascade, exhale. Okay, we'll go back to swaying left, swaying right. So we'll go into a very wide high lunge here. My hands are in the inside of my right foot. Try to puff out the chest, and we'll take the right arm up as I inhale. Try to keep my hips nice and low. There's still a lift there, but definitely they're not so high, yeah? So inhale, right arm up. Exhale, go ahead and hug it in. Well done. In on, I love this movement. I love kind of this gathering in and hugging. Yeah. And we'll step forward. We'll do the same on the other side. So right. So see how I'm nice and wide here. My feet are like suction cups. Right hand down and left arm up. So left arm high and hug it in. Left arm high and hug it in. And again, hug it in. Step forward. We'll go, you can grab your elbows if you'd like. We'll go back to our skydive. We go down. We go up, down, and all the way up. And circle back. Nice. Okay. Pull up my pants. Bring your toes together, palms at the chest. Inhale, sweep up, right knee nice and high. Let's go back to our standing pigeon, shall we? So we go down. Keep your inner thighs nice and engaged. Right knee high. We'll go high lunge, low lunge. And this time we'll just go sit hips to heel. Okay. And then come forward again, and we'll step forward nice and high for an extended mountain. We'll do our circles here. Come up. Hopefully you're nice and warmed up now. Sweep and go down, and then sweep. Okay, other side, left. Standing pigeon, crouching pigeon, and up. High, exhale, low. I did sweep my arms on this side, hips to heel. And reach forward again, sweep up. Okay, and then I'm going into a nice and wide, so we're recreating what we did. I started on the other side, so left arm up, left arm up and squeeze. See how my back heel is nice and lifted here, so don't lose the lift, the humph into your thighs. We'll step forward and we'll go on the other side. I did a little circus trick here, but you don't have to. So right arm in and sweep. Big sweep. Okay, I'm worthy because I breathe, period. Good. And step forward and grab the back of your thighs. Last skydive here. We'll go halfway, so good for the back, your back muscles, this one, all the way up. Trinkle your fingers down and come back to center, toes together, palms at the chest. Okay, my breath is my power. Big circle, sweep palms together and dive all the way down. Long spine, inhale. Exhale, we'll go into a high plank. It's a bum high plank. Knees, chest, chin, bum high, forehead down. So I tent out my fingers, I gather my elbows. I always pretend there's like a thread on my elbow bones. And then I pull back. Very fluid Bhujangasana, so cobra pose. And cobra's very Shakti, right? From the earth. We'll bend the right knee and then turn on the right side. So shoulder issues, you can have that back hand kind of forward so it's not squeezing the back and accessing that. So make this move work for you, please, because we'll go right into the other side. Okay, you'll see a bit more on this side. You can extend the right arm, bend the left knee, and then turn on the other side. Okay, and breathing in the front and the back of the heart, getting into the hips, feeling the ground underneath you, feeling that release of feeling supported here, feeling protected here. I think I stayed a bit longer on this side, must have felt really good. So we'll come back to center, tent out your fingers, and we'll go into prostration pose, okay? Feeling the ripples and the back side of the body, extending your arms out, palms face down. Then bring your hands below your shoulders. We'll push back, push on back. Okay, so you'll gather your bricks here. We'll go into a sleeping hero. Sleeping hero, take your bricks behind your low back. Just adjusting here. Okay, it's a very intense stretch, so going to only where you want to go. Bricks onto the low back. And so the full expression of this posture is grabbing your elbow bones. I'm not even sure if I go there. And in my old age, I like to get a bit more comfort. So I'll get the pillow under my head, just allowing. And when we let ourselves be supported, there's extra release here that can happen, right? We just feel more safe, more, embraced. Coming out of this, carefully place your palms down, belly, ribcage, head, and you can get your props on board. We'll do one last downward facing dog. And from here, we'll lift the right leg up, bend the knee, and stack the hips. Okay, try to keep your shoulders nice and squared. Inhale, kick your leg back up, and we'll bring the right knee to the right wrist, the right elbow, sorry. We'll come back up, inhale, kick, and then the right knee to the right wrist now. The bum is nice and high. That really helps to get the proper alignment for pigeon pose. You can get your pillows under that right thigh. I like a very active pigeon here. I sometimes call it a high pigeon. I find we have this like automatic thing of like collapsing in a pigeon, which drives me nuts. And we'll go into wild thing, nice and smooth from here, finding your back toes and finding, and this movement is really from the originates from the hips. And we'll go back, wrist, elbow. You could have paused here and do that again. I go quite fast and go back into a wild thing. So this sequence, maybe you'll have to watch it and then do it. And we'll go into a second pigeon, okay? So gather your fingertips down, and then my favorite of all time favorites will just collapse on the right side. I love this here, kind of goes into my piriformis, engages the backside of my body. I really get to inflate the backside of my body when I do this. I soften my jaw, relax my eyes, and I give my body this moment of daring to collapse, right? Your body needs to know both. Your nervous system needs to know, what does that feel like to collapse, to let myself surrender, to let myself fully be here, kind of like a big seaweed on a beach. Okay, so we'll come back to my midline now. We'll go back to a downward facing dog, realigning the spine, coming back. We'll go on to the other side. I'm excited. Are you excited? Left leg up, bend the knee and stack the hips. And we'll take that knee to the right elbow and kick back up. And then we'll go into pigeon on that side. Oh, I did wrist first. You could have done pigeon as long as you equal wrist. And we'll go pigeon. Got ahead of myself here. I think I had a little brain glitch. And we'll go into pigeon. And back into wild thing. Okay, one of my favorite, ecstatic posture. So beautiful. Okay, beautiful lines on wild thing. So right knee, wrist up and come back into wild thing. So I didn't do it perfectly, that sequence. And you know, I've grown to be really okay with that. So as long as you do some of the sequence of that, okay, I'm worthy because I breathe. Everything else is just extra fancy stuff. Oh, and I get to go nice and surrender here on that side. Oh, and I even got my elastic out. And from here, we'll come back to center. And we'll go back to downward facing dog. Look forward, walk forward, and we'll end up on our backs here. So grab your thighs and we'll go into happy baby. Okay, so I like to roll around in my happy baby. I like to roll around on the floor in general, but if you'd like a bit more of a still pose here, still happy baby, okay, that's fine. And into reclining cobbler, Supta Baddha Konasana, with your hands into the nurture your magic. Okay, when cultural noises, the world's cacophony, and the inner critics gets too loud, pause, breathe, and remember that no one can tell me how I should be feeling. Okay, the Hey Bitch card reminds me not to resist the high and the lows of my feelings, instead to ride its rhythm. Okay, I love that so much. So when you get my personal practice, you get my little things, my fascia things that I love to do, really pointing into my bum. Again, an angry bum, so you don't have to do this, but this is fun things to try with the bricks to find the spots in your body that need a little bit more tending and breathing into those areas, okay? And I'll get you to lay down in Shavasana. Take as long as you need here to integrate this very powerful, dynamic, and enthusiastic practice. Okay, everyone, let's come back up. We'll take our time onto our side. Slowly, softly come back, and we'll find a seat again. I like to find my pillow again. And connecting to the Nurture Your Magic exercise. This is when we do in the moon flow, the in the flow inner season program found on this movement studio, on my movement studio. Thank you so much for your presence today. Okay, and remember, you owe nothing to anyone. You do not have to be convenient or good, and you're powerful simply because you breathe. I love you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.